Namaste, namaste, namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This music that I am playing in the beginning, it is just to bring back our attention to our body and the breath. So it is just like a practice of pratyahar, returning back to the source. We are bringing our attention back to ourselves. Normally, our attention is constantly moving out because the way we have been grown up, the way we have been educated. So when we first open our eyes as a one day baby, we first see outside. So all these five senses, it constantly takes us outside. Its the whole programming is outer programming. And if you ask yogis, so this programming nothing to do with even one life. It is millions of life programmings. It is the programming of the nature first. And also in the name of civilization, in the name of the education, again we are looking at out. Okay. So whatever what we call knowledge, let you take from books, take from others. It is not what I can take from myself. So this yogic journey, consciousness journey, meditation journey is nothing but to awake our inner intelligence, which is what we call the real intelligence or true intelligence. And whatever we call the intelligence or it is just knowledge which is gathered through information. If I, in a parrot way, if I memorize the slokas of Bhagavad Gita or sutras of Patanjali Yoga Sutra or classical yoga, then we call it intelligent, learned person. That is not a learned person. A person who study himself, what we call self-study. Again, we self-study means studying the books. No. Self-study means studying the self. And what is the self? Yesterday I have explained to you, studying the first and the outermost layer of our self is this physical body. Understanding this physical body, how my physical state is, and slowly modifying many physical routines, physical activities to get it right. So normally the health of the physical body depend on major three, you can say, principles or major three foundational stone. Samyak ahar, samyak nidra, samyak vayam. And when it comes to this modern man, modern age, through this name of science and technology, through this name of civilized, we have deeply corrupted uprooted our food patterns, the natural food habits, natural intake of food and drinks. We have deeply corrupted our sleep through the ambition. Everybody wants that overnight we have to be a great, whatever form, maybe in form of money or in form of position, in form of name and fame, whatever may be. A big ambition that we carry from the education to become first in all dimensions, which is impossible. Hence, through this poison of this ambition, we turn to more neurotic, a deep psychological imbalance entered into our body mind, which completely distort our sleep. And third thing, the Samyak Bayam, right balanced exercise. Again, we have so much deep condemnation towards the physical activity. Those who does physical activities, we call them low grade intelligent or low grade human being. जो भी शारीरिक श्रम करता है, हम इसी को सोच लेते हैं, ये एक विकृति है, मानसिक विकृति है, कि हम सोच लेते हैं ये नीची किस्म की व्यक्ति है और ये लो स्टेटस की एक्टिविटी है. फिजिकल एक्टिविटी we have put into a very low status, which is a big mistake that this modern civilized in human being is doing in the name of science and technology. Many intelligent people, they are realizing what mess they are bringing to their life when they are not doing proper physical activity. जब हम ठीक शारीरिक श्रम नहीं करते हैं, क्योंकि शारीरिक कितनी विकृतियाँ लाती हैं और मानसिक कितनी विकृतियाँ लाती हैं. और याद रखें, जो व्यक्ति शारीरिक श्रम करता है, इनकी मानसिक विकृति सबसे कम होता है, और जो जितनी शारीरिक श्रम से हटता है उतनी इनकी मानसिक विकृति बढ़ते जाता है. सो दिस इज अ सिंपल एरिथमेटिक, एक साधारण गणित है. किसी की भी ऊपर आप एक हर दिन आप कुछ शारीरिक श्रम नहीं कर रहे हैं, आप शरीर के ऊपर बीमार ला रहे हैं, मन के ऊपर बीमार ला रहे हैं, आप बड़ी आकार से बीमारी की तरफ आप अग्रसर हो रहे हैं. If we are doing right physical activity, we are directly moving towards the physical illnesses, physical imbalances, psychological sickness, and psychological imbalances, and which is very clear, very prevalent with each and every individual who
So,
are not
Guruji,
doing
one
right
question I
physical
have.
activity. Yes.
So, as you said that if we don't do the physical activity, then it also hampers our mental uh,
Mental
things.
diseases is must. Without physical activity, we are going to, because physical body is nothing, it is a gross form of the mind. When it comes to water vapor is nothing but is a subtle form of the water. Or water vapor is nothing. Sorry, water vapor is nothing. It is a subtle form of water, or it is a subtlest form of ice.
Mm,
So when water
correct.
vapor condenses, it turns to water. So the same thing. So likewise, so mind is nothing. It is a subtle form of the body. Or body is nothing. It is a gross form of the mind. So if a body moves into illnesses, imbalances, it quickly put the mind into imbalances. And it is not
Mm,
there. Vice versa. If mind moves into imbalances quickly, it put body into imbalances. Hence, body mind are not two different phenomena.
mm,
They are one phenomenon expressed in a different frequency. It is one is more earthly, gross frequency, which is the body, and another which is subtle and more powerful frequency, what we call mind.
mm,
Okay, hence you see, we are taking alcohol into the physical body, we are not taking
mm,
anything to the mind.
mm,
We are taking marijuana into this physical body. Mind is what is mind is it? But how quickly mind get affected?
mm,
We get anger. It is the mind or it is the feeling. But how quickly within few seconds, it does not take few seconds also.
mm,
How the anger completely reflects on our whole body, on our
mm,
face, on our hand, and on our voice. Each and
right.
everything loudly speak that we are caught by the anger, or
Mm,
we are caught by the fear, we are caught by the sexuality.
mm,
So these are not physical phenomena. This happen deep down, psychological and emotional phenomena.
mm,
When we become stressful, it is we can get stress from the body, we can stress from the mind, both way. If there is a very
mm,
hot sun or cold, high cold, then quickly body moves into stressful state. So quickly, then mind becomes stress.
mm.
So hope this is clear to you.
So
So
only
how
only way to manage this is to do the physical activity.
exactly? And physical activity, everything. When it comes to the physical aspect, it asks a specific moderation. What Buddha called middle path, madhyam nigah. Middle, that means this much food mitigate our hunger, it brings satiety, it keeps the body healthy. This much more food, the same, this much, it makes the body sick.
Mm,
This much food, it also make body malnutrition and sickness. So moderation is the key. Hence, Buddha says samyak. Osho says samyak. The middle.
samyak, middle,
Middle, the equilibrium,
balance.
balance, balanced diet. So this balanced diet, samyak ahar, samyak
Mm,
bhojan, not only depend on the quantity, quality, and quality from different perspective, quantity from different perspective also. When it comes to the quantity and quality, also the modern diet science, It talks about how much proportion of carbohydrate, how much proportion of protein, how much proportion of other proper
mm,
nutritional value. So both
mm,
quantity and quality. It brings, and it is not. At the same time also, while we are taking food, if we take right quantity, right quality, but it is not sufficient. In yogic way, we brings another phenomenon that we call the psychological emotional phenomenon. A body food may be very healthy, but if mind is not healthy, at that moment while we are taking the food, we are highly stressful, we are highly anxious, we are highly depressed, or we are highly anger. If all these psychological emotional states are there, then that foods also turns poisonous. That foods also does not give a right psychological, you can say, a right, it does not turn to a samyak ahar, balanced diet. Samyak ahar, according to the yogis and masters, it is both physical and psychological. But this psychological aspect cannot be understood or cannot accepted by the so-called modern medical science. Even now they have the gadgets, they can see easily. If somebody is taking food in highly stressful state, how that digestion happens, assimilation happens, absorption happens. If a person taking food more in a peaceful way, more in a relaxed way, more in a prayerful way, how that food brings more greater health, and how the digestion power, assimilation power, and how the um, what we call absorption power increase, how the health brings, the same food brings a bigger health to the and healing at the physical plane itself. Hence, right psychological state is needed while we are taking food. Okay. Hope this is little clear to you. Likewise, we can not get right form of sleep when our mind is anxious, when mind is stressful, when we are highly emotionally imbalanced, we are depressed, then sleep becomes very shallow or sleep does not come at all. But when we are little relaxed, restful, at ease, body is tired, then we get a very sound sleep. Okay, hope this is clear to you. So our physical and psychological health deeply connected with samyak ahar, right balanced diet, samyak nidra, right balanced sleep, rest, and it is rest not too much or too less. If a person is sleeping 8 to 12 hours in a day, then that also brings a sickness. If a person is not sick, a healthy person should take a right quantity of this sleep, not more, not less. More also it harms the physical body and also it dulls the mind. Less also it harms the physical body, it also dulls the mind. You would find they are both way it affects. When sleep is not right, so energy is not right energy. Rejuvenation is not right. So we cannot do the right exercise. If we cannot do right exercise, we cannot take right food. If right food, everything is there, but hunger is not there. Okay, so life is little complicated. We have to understand it rightly, how to manage this physical body more healthy way, and how to, that means see, keep our mind more in healthy way. Meditation teaches that. Mindfulness teaches that. Whole yogic science, each and every steps of yogic science helps that. In overall way, all the religion teaches a holistic, healthy, balanced living. Not only physical plane, at a psychological plane, at emotional plane, at a conscious plane, what we call a spiritual plane. So spirituality teaches us the highest form of healthiest living, and it brings more intelligence how to manage myself according to my requirement, my state. This physical body at the age of 25, it has a one dynamics. At the age of the 5, it has a different dynamics, different food, different way of all quantity of food, quality of food, the quality of rest is different. At the age of 50, it is different. At the age of 70, it is different. Okay, the food our body has taken at the age of the 5, at the age of 25, it is a different food, different combination, different quantity, different quality. At the age of the 50, again its quality changes. I have talked but each 10 years you would find we are moving into a complete change in respect of our diet, in respect of the food, sleep, and exercise. The physical body at the age of 25, a different form, different quantity of exercise. At the age of 50, a different. So this intelligence has to be constantly modified, constantly adapted according to our present state. There is no fixed formula for that. If we keep any fixed formula, then our body suffers. At the age of the 25, if I am taking this much quantity of food, but at the age of 50, I have to rely on this much. At the age of the 70, I have to rely not more solid, more liquid. Then only body can stay a little healthy, and we can easily say goodbye to this Mother Earth with this physical body in a healthy way. So all this intelligence we develop through this yogic science, science of consciousness. Thank you. We start our practice activating the body, the energy, the mind through the mindfulness, through the awareness. Okay. Start. So I would give a small time for refreshment, water, washroom, come back. Remember, in the morning, body needs more water to detox. So drink more water in the morning, okay, intermittently, and go for washroom. Thank you. Lila, lila, life is just a play. Lila, 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 oh, lila, 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 oh, hey. Life is just a play. Lila, lila. Life is just a play. Lila, lila. Lila, lila. Lila, lila. Oh, hey. Lila, lila. Lila, lila. Lila, lila. Oh. How do you feel this song? Lila, lila. Life is just a play.
Yeah, it's a very interesting and lighter song. It
Exactly.
makes you feel good.
It's more joyful. At the same time, it is the teaching of Krishna. What we call
Oh,
Rasa Lila. So life has to be taken as a lila. We are just
oh,
this whole universe is just like a playground. Just we are just playing our own role in different stage of
mm,
life. Sometimes the role of as a child, sometimes the role of as a son, sometimes the role of as a father, parent, and sometimes the role of a grandparent, sometimes the role of a engineer, a chartered accountant, a doctor, all are roles. So how
Guruji.
we are playing this role more playful way, joyful way, effective way. This is what this yogic science teaches us. This is what you
Mm,
learn from the teachings or the programs I am giving. Though it is not mine, it is more what I have learned from the masters.
okay. So what we are learning, it is a of the Guru Osho's technique. Yeah,
It is
how it
not
is.
only Osho's teaching.
If someone will ask me, yeah, if someone will ask me that let's say if the yoga is taught from Patanjali, so we can say it's a Patanjali Yoga Sutra, right? So if someone
Exactly.
asks me that this, what is the root of from where it is learning, where it is coming,
Exactly.
so what should I say?
A very good question. Very good question. And you have a lot of genuineness and you want more from the very basics. But still, it is very important.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
When it comes to the Osho, normally you look at our outer life. Our
Mm,
outer life, the way now we are educated, the way we are upbringing, the way we are eating, the way we are living, it is no more local. It is a global. So we are
mm,
using the intelligence of all the race, whether the race in India, whether the race of Japan, whether the race of America, whether the race of Greece, whether the race of China, we are using now all the human intelligence for our growth. We are not no more confined to only Ayurveda to heal our body. We are not no more confining to homeopathy. We
mm.
are, we are using according to our need. When there is a need of allopath, we go to the allopath doctor. When we find we need to heal the body in a natural way and from the roots, we don't look at the more allopath. We look at some alternative healing science. But this particular way of healing was not available in 19th century or before. It is more available to 20th century, 21st century human being. How much one small incident happen in one part of the world, how the next moment the whole world know this news. What has happened, whether it is earthquake, whether it is any positive or negative, difficult way. Likewise, when it comes to inner growth, so there are rich heritage, rich wise people, huge number of wise people, they have lived in different part of the world. So when it comes to the Osho, he is the first person in this inner science, inner journey, consciousness science. He bring everybody together. He is speaking about Patanjali. When he speaks of Patanjali, he is just like a Patanjali. When he speaks on Bhagavad Gita, he is just like a Krishna. When he speaks of a Mira, he is just like a Mira. When he speaks of a Lao Tzu, he becomes Lao Tzu. When he speaks of Jesus, he becomes Jesus. So he has brought all the teachings together into existence. So he put more in a contemporary way, more in an intelligent way, wise way. Why you are picking only one dimension, only one science? Why not you use according to your need? When your body is more young, use more physicality, Patanjali, or any other physical intensive practice. But when your body is at the age of the 50, so use more the Buddha, use more the Mira. Okay. Hope this is clear to you. Huh? So definitely, if you ask the source is also major source, but simultaneously many things also does not give much importance. When it comes to the classical Hatha Yoga, he never give much importance to classical Hatha Yoga. When it comes to higher consciousness journey, he says it is a good preparation. It keeps your body healthy, mind healthy. It is needed, but it is a preparation. It is not real work. Suppose we want to sleep, but before we do lot of preparation, we take right quantity of food, we prepare our bed, we switch up the light, we close our eyes, we lie down on the bed. All are preparation. It is not sleep. But if we don't do right preparation, how can we get the sleep? If we are standing and opening the eyes, how sleep would come? If your body is hungry, how sleep would come? If mosquito is biting, how sleep would come? If the room temperature is very high, very hot, how your body would sleep? If the room temperature is very low, how? So there is a lot of a specific environment is needed, a specific thing is needed to get body sleep. So all the preparations, they are preparations, they are not meditation. Likewise, so many things which those are very primary preparation, he does not give much value, or he has given also a lot of practices, the preparations which is needed at this time. Look at the present human being. Present human being, we are complex at the physical, we are complex at psychological. We are ill physically, we are ill psychologically. But you go, you inquire about your grandmother, your grandparents. You will not find they are not so much psychologically complex. Even if you are age of a 35, then you look at a 15 years old child or 10 years old, how they are more complex than a age group of a 30 to 40. They are
Mm.
more complex physically and psychologically.
Why this happens? Sir?
Because our education system, the way we are, it is what you call civilized society.
Mm.
We are adopting more civilization, more science and technology. We are renouncing more natural. Civilization means it is more refined, and when you refine more things, it becomes more unnatural.
Mm.
Take it a oil, you go on refining. It will be more fine tuned at one hand, and it turns to more unnatural and more complex.
Mm.
So natural and there is it cannot be compatible. Hence, refined oil it is not easily compatible with this physical body. It
Mm.
needs natural ingredient. It should
Mm.
not be thrown out. Highly refined processed food, whether it is bread, whether it is any cookies. So they moved into lot of refinery process to make it crispy, to make it in the texture, to stay it a long time. So it becomes unhealthy. Hope this is
Mm.
clear to you. Likewise, psychologically also, we becomes more refined and at the same time we becomes very complex.
Mm.
So hope you understand. So Osho has brought many practices which is very much needed to this present day human being.
Okay.
So here asana pranayam practice is
Mm.
not going to help much because it
Oh.
needs a big discipline. It needs discipline physically, psychologically, and many discipline also food wise. Many things is needed.
Mm.
And again, it is a highly disciplined practice. And when it comes to the present human being, modern civilized human being, we
Mm.
are over disciplined. So the main diseases we are carrying balance carrying due to high discipline. Look at when you go out of just step out of your house, you have to follow this rule, that rule. You don't have a single freedom. You have to move in a highly disciplined way. If you are not following the discipline, you are penalized or you are punished. You go with your vehicle or walk on the road. You cannot walk on the road the way you walk on the jungle or you walk on the you can say countryside in a village. If you are walking on this city, you have to be highly disciplined way. You have to because if you just that means not following the rule, then your own physical body would be in danger or you would be penalized or punished. Both way would happen. So we are open pardon. You go to a school the same way, the way we have been, the our forefathers have been taught, so much relaxed at age way. There was not ambition that at the age of the 5 you would be a super kid. But now each and every parents want they have to be super kid at the age of 5 or the teacher. The school itself want how super kid I would produce so that I would be called as a best school. So all are a neurotic approach, very highly psychologically approach. We are deeply poisoning our own child. Their psychological affairs. Hence, they are rejecting everything. They are not listening at all to the parents, to the teachers. Because we are highly overburdening them. So instead of giving some good health to our child, we implant very bad health, psychological, emotional health first. And physically also comes. We want a child should study 18 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours. We completely deny the playing, the connectivity with the nature, connectivity with the friends. We have confined. It is just like we are bringing up the child, just like the way we bring up, we keep the animals in the zoo. Hence, modern human being, they want to break all the barriers. Just like an animal when we keep into the cage. So once we little open, then it create the chaos. Exactly the same thing is happening to the human being. And we are also more product of that. So we create a very strong Jew in the name of modern education, in the name of modernity for ourselves. Look at the house you are living. You are surrounded by whole chemical bonds. You don't allow your body to sweat. So there should be a fan, there should be AC. Okay? So little bit we find sweating, we hate sweating. And we find sweating is torturous. So which is a very beautiful natural way to detox the body, to release the toxins, to release the tensions. You just do any activity to the sweating point. How much deeply you release the toxins, you release the tensions, you release the stress, both from the body and mind. Hope this is clear to you. So, modern time, we need the practices which is fit for us, which is more suitable, which can heal both body and mind. Hence, Osho has to, you can say, included lot of psychotherapies practices into his meditation technique, and he developed the same meditation technique which has also helping humanity to unburden the mind. And it is not with Osho. I would give you a direct example which you would be clear to, not reference. You look at the progression of classical Hatha Yoga. The first classical Hatha Yogic book, or which is Hatha Yoga Pratipika, written by Swami Swatmaram 1500 years before. And there you would find only 16 asanas. Out of these 16 asanas, 16, 17 asanas, 10, 8 and 9 asanas are meditative postures. Just like Padmasana, Swastikasana, and like that. There are eight, 8 or 9 only meditative pose. Other the small poses, just like very natural, very healthy poses, which is foundation of a classical Hatha Yoga. That is Bhujangasana, Pavanmuktasana, like that. Viparita Karni, like that, and very few. It is not headstand pose. It is not plow pose, halasana. The next masters comes, then slowly they bring more difficult pose. And now, in the name of asana, it is only a physical exercise. Because it
Right.
is need of the time.
Okay. So you're saying that this 84 asana was not evolved in a one go. It has been involved over a period
Over
as per the
and
requirement.
exactly. I have not. The reality is, when it comes to, I would give you purification practice, the Sat Kriyas. So, Swami Swatmara in Hatha Yoga Pratipika, he speaks of only these Sat Kriyas, but in as a footnote way, not much having any importance. But when it comes to the Gheranda Samhita, after
Mm,
600 years, 700 years, another master comes. His name is Swami Gheranda, Rishi
mm,
Gheranda.
mm.
Big, and it is a big classical Hatha Yoga book. And
So,
he brought, just I have to complain.
uh,
He
uh,
he keeps the Satkriya, the purification process, the fast in the beginning, and he brought 26 purification form of purification practice.
mm,
So Swami Swatmaram, he was speaking only six form of a purification practice, and as a auxiliary, as a subsidiary, as a footnote. It is, but it is not so much important. And Swami Swatmaram giving more importance in pranayam. But look at,
okay.
so when after 600-700 years, when Swami Gheranda comes, so he brought the first thing before moving into the asana pranayam practice, you do first satkriya, neti dhauti,
Mm, mm,
Shankar Prakshalan, and he has brought a varieties of neti, Jala
mm,
neti, Sutra neti, this neti, and oil. There are many form of neti, and the dhauti also, Kunjala Kriya with water, with
mm,
other
mm,
things. So many things. So that means he found that humanity after 600 years he needs first the purification. And
mm,
those purifications, if you look at the vomiting, it is not
mm.
only physical cleansing, it is a deep psychological cleansing also.
Oh,
So you just do the Kunjala Kriya, drink a warm or lukewarm saline water, salt
uh,
water, and 2 liters, 1.5 liter, 2 liter, 1 or 2.5 liter according to your quantity. Then you take out. It is a
uh.
deep psychological, emotional unburdening,
Oh,
releasing. So classical Hatha yogis, they have given a lot of psychological unburdening through the physical practices. But in this modern time, our psychological, you can say, accumulation so big, it needs also special technique to release only psychological emotional burden.
mm,
Hence, Osho's practices, few practices, deeply embrace the activities which deeply unburden modern human being in respect of psychologically and emotionally. Now, a modern human cannot laugh easily. A child, if is laughing, then parents comes and give a slap. Why you are laughing? And they restrict. If he is laughing in the school, then teachers comes give you another slap, another punishment. Why you are laughing? So be serious. So laughter. So all the emotions in the name of civilization, we are carrying high hatredness inside. At the same time, towards our colleague, towards our relatives, towards our friends, but at the same time we are smiling, we are saying you are a great person. You see the hypocrisy. This is one of the typical quality of a civilized human beings. He is holding something inside, projecting something. You look at in your office how each and every colleagues are so much
Yes, yes.
physically so much square like. They walk in a so square way, they speak in so square way. But if you go to their home or if you
Hmm.
go out of the office, you would find the whole neurotics. Because we are, you can say, acting. We are holding something, we are not living naturally.
Hmm.
So hence,
Correct.
we are carrying high emotional, psychological impurities. So
Hmm.
unless until this impurity is unburdened, we cannot get well, healthy. Hence, now maximum disease, 95% plus, and now
Hmm.
diseases are psychosomatic. We have so much psychologically emotional imbalances quickly
Hmm.
brings our physical body imbalances and unhealthy.
Okay, so the practice which we are doing that will definitely help in the what you
Three
call
plane
uh
physical, psychological, and it is unburdening in a three way. So
okay.
I have been to the all masters. Initially, I have started 7 years with path of devotion, bhakti, 7 8
Acha.
years. Then I followed the at that time the other masters who are more little visible
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
more you can call it just like um, adopted new and
Hmm.
adopted by society, whether
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
is art of a living, whether it is the Sahaja Samadhi Yoga SSOI, whether it is Vipassana, traditional Vipassana, what is being taught by Goenka, and
Hmm.
also classical Hatha Yoga, Ayurveda, naturopathy, everything I have explored.
Okay.
And other masters also.
Hmm.
I move into. But when I come across Osho,
Hmm.
he is oceanic.
Oh, so you have
He
explored.
holds everything.
Acha.
So physically you would grow like yogis, psychologically you would grow like Buddha, and emotionally you would grow like Mira, Chaitanya, Ramakrishna.
But Guruji, many people don't like also because he has some controversies with respect to sexual
It
part.
eh,
So I want to understand what was exactly because when let's say after 5 days, 10 days, when I will go in front of public and I will say that I have learned the technique which was developed by Osho. So then
I
they
remember
may huh.
one thing. Till now, whatever technique I am teaching to you, it is not developed by Osho.
Okay, okay, okay.
It
So
is
it's your
it is
creation.
exactly my
It's your
creativity,
creation.
but it
Okay.
is they are deeply, you can say, the wisdom deeply I have inherit from Osho, from his wisdom.
Okay.
But I am giving you very simple practice which is given by other masters also. This mini sun salutation, it is not mine, but you would find sun salutation, meditation through the sun salutation. It is my creativity. The body mind balancing breathing, it is talked by Rishi Patanjali, but Rishi Patanjali has not given any specific technique how to do.
Mm,
He just say prachardhana vidharana va pranasya. Exhale and hold the breath. Whether you exhale single exhalation, single holding, whether multiple exhalations and then holding, or whether
mm,
the exhalation in standing or sitting or lying down, any way we can exhale.
okay.
So this exhalation, the practice, you would not find with anybody who is teaching.
Yes, I have searched on the YouTube, but I did not find that.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I have not made it to public now. I am teaching only to my students who are in front of me.
Hmm.
And I developed this technique in Kabila Dham, Lonavala. I was there two
Acha.
years in yoga therapy, and I
Okay.
was in 6 month hospital internship. So I said to them, I am not going to teach asana pranayama as a therapy because I
Uh-huh.
went there after 17, 18 years of my meditation study, meditation and others, just in 2012, 13.
Uh,
So
okay.
I told them that I have a great expertise in meditation. I want
Uh,
to give a special meditation techniques to them, which would be helpful to them. So I designed a
hmm.
small practices. Also has created his practice for the healthy people, for a spiritual seeker. He has not created
Hmm.
practice for the ill people, sick people.
Hmm.
Though many sickness get healed, but and when I'm in a hospital you cannot imagine that healthy people. All are physically, psychologically, lot of issues and difficulties
Hmm.
are there. So I
Correct.
developed this practice there. Few things.
And it also worked in the same way as he was expecting it.
It worked so powerfully. The
Uh,
patients they stop to take the Ayurveda therapy, naturopathy therapy, where they used to give big money during my
oh.
session. And the patients and the both the Ayurveda doctor, who is very famous in Mumbai and there,
Hmm.
and they all started complaining to the main hospital in charge and to my mentor, who was the head of my therapy course,
Oh.
that you stop his class, otherwise I was giving from 11 to 12:30 time. So midday nobody
Hmm.
is, if somebody is going at 10:30 he is shouting at therapist, you close my session at 11, I have to go and join, I don't want to miss that session. So the whole hospital team, they went
Uh,
crazy and chaos due to only my session. So that was, and they had to also, because at that time I was, though I was not more in a student position, I was both as a
uh,
teacher. Even I was giving meditation session to the whole ashram. Even the meditation session
okay.
of their meditation session kriya yoga, which I have learnt,
Uh,
and the principal, who is very close to me, he always treat me as his colleague and very near and dear. So they never asked
okay.
me in my name. They just treat me as their colleague. Though I was a student there, I was there only to learn classical Hatha Yoga and for scientific research in yoga. Because Kaivaladham is the first institute in the all over the world, which in
Oh.
1920 they have started the scientific research. The first yoga place where scientific research with modern medical parameters has started. So it has a
Kalbala
big
Dham.
name, Kaivalada. So I
In
learned there.
okay.
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 Hope all this thing clear to you. So it was
Yes.
so
Yes.
much, but I was not giving much to any. But after COVID, I have started, and while I am teaching my students, I know that they are have to teach more in a small way. If I teach now also meditation dynamic, it needs a
Uh,
big physical stamina and
uh,
more commitment. And any
right.
such meditation practice, it needs little your psychological and physical strength,
Uh,
commitment, devotion, dedication.
and the way we are living in today's our life, it's not easy to have that much of
Exact,
time, devotion. commitments that.
Commitment, but it would come. The way I am preparing to you and the
Hmm.
way I am teaching, within 1 month, 2 month, my students they are very much at ease with Osho's practice and they are very much open and they understand how depth Osho's teachings are there. Okay.
Oh,
And
nice.
whatever the controversy, so he has created this controversy knowingly.
Oh, why
It
so?
is because you see, if he would do speak, his one of the book is from Sambhog to Samadhi. That means Sambhog से समाधि की ओर.
Correct. Because of this book, there was a lot of controversies.
What he says, संभोग से समाधि के ओर.
हाँ
उन्होंने वो किताब को भी नाम दे सकते थे भोग से योग.
हाँ,
सेम
कुछ भी।
टाइम.
हाँ।
और इसी को भी आप और एक दूसरी नाम भी दे सकते हो भोग से समाधि.
हम्म।
लेकिन वो संभोग नाम से
हम्म।
सारे लोगों का अंदर एक तहलका
हम्म।
मचाया. और
हाँ।
अभी भी लोगों के अंदर संभोग से समाधि. व्हाट इज संभोग से भोग से जो व्हाट एवर स्टेट वी आर इन स्टेट ऑफ संभोग, वी आर इन स्टेट ऑफ भोग, वी आर
हम्म।
नॉट इन जोग. व्हाट संभोग से समाधि. आप अभी स्टार्ट करेंगे मुंबई से ऋषिकेश को आपको आना
हाँ।
है. आपको
हाँ।
मुंबई को वहां पकड़ना नहीं, मुंबई को तो पहले छोड़ना है.
करेक्ट।
तो लोग जो है इतनी भी बुद्धि नहीं खटाते. और वहां
हाँ।
पर भी इंग्लिश में भी ट्रांसलेट हुआ है फ्रॉम सेक्स टू सुपर कॉन्शियसनेस. योर जर्नी
ओ।
इज यू हैव टू लिव दिस सेक्स एंड यू हैव टू मूव इनटू द सुपर कॉन्शियसनेस.
But people have taken it in very different way.
But people are understanding he is talking about sex.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Correct.
So he is talking, he is saying that through Sambhog, they are not showing from Sambhog. They are
Hmm.
understanding through Sambhog super consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Through
Correct.
sex, they are not saying that from sex. Even this much intelligence we have lost.
No, but people are taking, manipulating in their own ways. Means,
Exactly.
if
Exactly. If
uh,
if now I am speaking to you, I am using the sex word for a different purpose.
hmm,
But if you take my this clip
hmm,
that sex 3 4 times what I am speaking and
correct.
you just kept the clip and put somewhere else, that person would think that this person perhaps a sexologist because he is speaking of a sex.
Correct.
He is uttering the word sex.
Hmm. People are literally very,
We are
mm,
stuck because we are neurotic there. So he hit hard where we are stuck or where our 99% of energy is stuck. If you look back,
mm,
whatever we are doing, it is nothing, it is just fulfillment of our sexuality in a different form, different way. Whether it is food, whether it is position,
oh, unknowingly.
unknowingly, indirectly. A person knows if you don't have a right, you can say some survival means, not a single
Uh,
woman is coming to you, be with
mm,
you. So if you want to fulfill that
mm,
desire, you need to have a some good position, financial status, social status, so that beautiful woman can come to you.
mm.
So whatever we are doing indirectly also we are looking at that. Okay.
No, it was a good session today. A lot of discussion happened. We should, yeah, there should be a session like this also.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Till
yeah.
now you would not find a single thing in my YouTube.
Yes, I have searched a
That
lot of video for you, but I did not find much videos. But
so
Guruji, you should see what I have learned. The people in today's generation are very what you call, they don't have any knowledge, they lack of knowledge, right? And because in the अंधेरे में लोग ना यहाँ वहाँ भटक रहे हैं, कहाँ जाएं कहाँ नहीं जाएं, और उस चक्कर में they are getting stuck to the wrong places, right? So I should request you also, because you are so deep knowledge, you should also release some type of clips where people should know that yes, there is some place where he can approach get enlightenment. Because आज के time में I have thought before joining you, I have also done a lot of research, and I found that they are they are charging so much monies, and the value which they are getting is not worth of that. But since there's no any other option for the public people, they have to go for the available options only, right? And later on they understand, no, it is not worth of it. So this is the issue in current days.
Exactly. And I would do, for your information, knowingly, I was not opening up.
I understood. I got it. I know.
But I have taken step this 2026, 25 onward. I took few outer. I have allowed my energy, my
Uh,
feelings to open up to the public, and
mm,
the steps, small steps, I am taking from this 26 onward. Okay,
nahi,
I
good,
I was
good.
not at all public figure because I was giving more time to myself.
Uh,
I was giving more to experience, and I my approach is more multi-dimensional. If I would
mm,
bring topic of a food, then
mm,
quickly you would say that yes, Swamiji, Guruji, you open now you can say kitchen channel or a healthy food channel.
okay.
You are a dietitian here.
So,
So my diet science includes this diet science of modern diet science, Ayurveda diet science, naturopathy diet
acha,
science, yogic diet science. It's
okay.
combination of four. I constantly take the four things together and deeply explore, and accordingly I find something more holistic way. What is the
Okay.
purpose? If you are coming for the spiritual growth transformation, then I have to give more space to Ayurvedic and Sattvic.
Mm,
Holding a big also space for the modern nutritional value. So my diet and my residential programs, its diet are highly, you can say wisely. It has been
okay. So what I
including
have,
cooking also.
uh,
Cooking, how much the oil should be cooked, how we would cook the food so that food would be tasty, at the same time maximum nutritional value. So all this thing also I have trained to my cook. So I'm a
oh, so
very
why don't you go for a book?
book because
Yes, you should
my
publish the
my
book.
focus is more experiential and this conscious way. What I am doing now, I have to change, transform you such a that you would be a book, living
Mm,
book. That is one aspect,
mm,
and a few things would come when those who have a sincere heart about me, like you. So within few classes, what
mm,
so you can share your
thank you.
intelligence. You can use the things to take my things to help more people. The way
Yes, of course. I'm asking so much questions so that I should get the clarity, that confidence, that trust, so that I can definitely, without any hesitation, I can take out to the other people also, right? So this is the reason why I go in deep. and
Exactly.
understand.
Exactly. You need
So one thing I would like to discuss with you is the practice which we are doing, like body mind balancing or mindful running. So in those practice we are doing part of some physical activity, right? It's a physical activity, and and we don't need to put much stress for inhale or exhale or something else. It's a part of physical activity only what we are doing, right? So how it is working as a meditation. Like let's say if I do any yoga postures for
Mm,
Brichasan,
mm,
Khagasan,
mm.
or Gomukhasan, whatever asan we are doing, for example, and in those asan also I have been taught from my other Guruji to inhale and exhale. There's also form of inhale exhale while doing the yoga, right? So अभी हम जो कर रहे हैं हम भी we are doing some
I got your
physical
question.
practice and with the inhale exhale, and that which I have learned is also physical activity with the inhale and exhale. So how
From
it is
others, different.
from other, yeah, from the West. So
Ha,
how it is working in form of meditation, why it has been named as a meditation, that I want to understand, because when I'm going to explain to other people I should be understand it in more clear way,
I
right?
got it. Got it.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
how I call it meditation because running is a
Yes,
running. Why
correct,
you call
correct.
running is a very normal practice. It is known to everybody. It is a more athletic practice or it is more physical fitness practice.
Yes,
And it is
yes,
from the childhood we know running. So what
correct.
way
We
you
got it.
give this running as a running meditation?
Yes, yes,
So which is known to everybody. How it turns to meditation?
right.
It turns to meditation when we add, when we infuse the science of meditation or the principle of meditation. Again, we have
Uh,
been very mistakenly, that means mistakenly, we have taken meditation means silent sitting. This
correct.
is a
This is
very
the understanding.
unnatural and you can say very superficial and a very you can say limited or a very outer way of understanding. Meditation is nothing to do sitting silently. Everybody is sitting silently. A depressed person also sitting silently for a long time.
Mm. Mm.
So we cannot say that a depressed state is a depressed person is sitting silently or a old person is sitting silently in one place. A sick person also sitting silently, lying down silently in one place. But they are not
Mm.
doing any yoga nidra or any meditation practice. So
Correct.
meditation practice is a specific psychic state, psychological state. So if we are not holding these psychological principles of meditation, then any activity also turns to physicality. And that case also, I would give you the example. That case also direct apply to your asana and pranayam practice. Asana pranayam, what we call, we are not doing the real asana practice. We are doing some physical uh, or we are doing asana exercise. If you give only in a name, it is asana exercise or exercise in the name of asana and a very good exercise. Just like exercise in the name of therapy, it turns to physiotherapy. What is physiotherapy? It is also exercise. and movement, but movement with a scientific intelligence, with a specific rules and regulation. Then it turns to therapeutic. The same exercise, you don't follow the physiotherapy principles, then it brings injury. Likewise, whatever in the name of asana pranayam, the way we are learning, the maximum they are teaching, it is just a breathing exercise, asana exercise, or movement exercise. Don't call it asana the way Swami Swatmaram calls asana, the way Swami Geranda Sahita call it asana, the way Swami Satyananda Saraswati call asana. In the name of asana, we are doing a very good physical exercise, and which is more developed out of higher wisdom by the yogis, and it hold very big, you can say, physical fitness principle also. So whatever you have learned with the more without hesitation, that means 95% or 90% I would be true. Whatever you have learned in the name of asana and pranayam, they are teaching you certain good exercise for your physical fitness and energetical health. Please don't call it a pranayam. Okay, if you give pranayam, then read the book of Swami Swatvaram, Swami Gerhard, and follow the whole their discipline. As pranayam, it needs such a big discipline. And you would be surprised, while I was in Kaipaladham, the principal who was teaching us the pranayam, I just asked him that, sir, and while he was teaching the pranayam from that explaining the Ghiranda Samhita and Hatha Yoga Pradipika, the pranayam chapter. So they have explained what pranayam yogi should eat while doing the pranayam practice, how much practice so much this big discipline. And he should even, there is written, they should live in mud house. Then I asked, sir, you are teaching this thing, why you are teaching from this, the environment, the way we are living, and just you give me one thing, in all over the India or the world, or at least I don't want to first go world, first in India, the way Swami Swatmaram, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, classical Hatha Yoga says about asana and pranayam, specifically pranayam practice, outlined, who is following all the discipline and doing this anulom vilom or whatever. You just give me and I would go and learn from him. And you first give me one of the example.
Mm.
And now we cannot make available a single person the environmental way, discipline way, the pranayam practice.
Correct.
And how can we are teaching this as a pranayam? If you don't follow any discipline, you go to a hospital, you don't follow any the hospital discipline or the advice of the doctor, and you want to take that I am taking the medication from the doctor. Or if you are taking the medicine, but whatever doctor has give you discipline in respect of food, in respect of rest, or whatever other discipline, you don't follow at all. How can you get right benefit out of that medicine? And similar case also. It is a very good, but don't call it pranayam practice. A particular word, if we are following, it has to be followed with their principle. So if it needs more of modification and you modify and accordingly also modify according present environment, even if you want to give a different name also, a breathing practice, a yogic breathing practice. You don't call it pranayam because pranayam is so mathematical. 4 seconds you inhale, 8 seconds you hold, then
Mm,
6 seconds
mm,
you
mm,
exhale. Who is here to do all this thing? A person is so much stressful, anxiety, restless. Even when he hold the breath, he becomes more anxiety bout.
mm.
So in this way, you cannot give. But when I call it the meditation, I hold all the principles of meditation. And even each and every instructions, whatever I am giving during my practices, this running, this uh,
Balancing, mindful balancing.
body mind balancing, or this mini sun salutation meditation, sun salutation,
Mm,
or are holding deep principles of the science of meditation, science of mindfulness. Hence, it is a meditation practice. Oh, let's I have talked enough. Let's we go for a small practice. Look within, restful, relax. Feel the presence of your body, presence of your breath. Feel the movement of the breath. Relax, restful. Feel the connection of your feet, of your legs, of your buttock with the floor, with the chair. Let's start few on sound. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, thank you. Namaste, namaste, namaste.